once again confirming their vassal dependence on the overseas sovereign. Well, God be with them. And the fact that such decisions are made, of course, they cause direct damage to the world economy. Not only to those countries in relation to which such decisions are made, and in relation to the economic operators of these countries, but also to the world economy as a whole. Both energy and other areas activities in the economic field. First of all, issues related to payments are discussed at the level of economic participants. Solutions are possible. They exist, of course, one way or another. They must be supported at the state level. I hope that it will be so. The motives behind the behavior of large financial institutions can be understood. No one wants to suffer any losses due to the illegal actions of the U.S. authorities. But I have to say, I already said this, and I want to repeat. This is a great stupidity and a huge mistake on the part of the American political elites, because they are causing enormous damage to themselves. They are undermining confidence in the dollar. And gradually they are curtailing the position of the dollar as a world payment and reserve currency. Although they have a huge gain from this position of the dollar. First there was the Bretton Woods system. Then they abandoned the gold support for the dollar and switched to the Jamaican system. What is it based on? It is based only on the printing press, or, let us say nobly, on the strength and quality of the American economy. Yes, it's true. And all the countries of the world trust this American economy, its power, and its stability. And they take these pieces of paper. But, at first glance, this gives a huge and inexplicable advantage to the American economy and financial system. They can also be assessed directly, in certain numbers. Well, according to our experts, this is over $10 trillion. This is not money earned and fallen from the sky due to the use of the dollar as a reserve world currency. But in general, the obligations of the American monetary system to the rest of the world are approximately $53.4 trillion. But as, for political reasons, the United States authorities undermine confidence in the dollar, they weaken their main, basic, most important instrument of their power, the dollar itself. They cause irreparable damage to themselves. That is, to put it trivially in our well-known sayings, they are simply sawing off the branch on which they are sitting. This is terrible stupidity. But they can't stop. There are disadvantages for us in that we are forced to look for other opportunities. But there are also advantages. Because a situation in which one country dictates its will to the rest of the world, including in the political sphere, using financial and economic instruments, is unacceptable. And all the countries of the world, I assure you, you only need to look at the volume of reserves, how they decrease in dollars. The whole world is reacting to this. I think this process is inevitable. Of course, we are moving away from the dollar, and this is the right process. It is associated with certain costs and difficulties, but in general, this is correct when we talk about switching to payments in national currencies, or creating some other payment instruments with other countries. This process is underway, it has begun, and it cannot be stopped.
Alright, I want the brother to confirm that that's Putin, you know what I'm saying? Let me go back.
Yeah, that's Vladimir.
So what y'all was hearing was Vladimir Putin speak. So we gonna face the East, right? First and foremost, I like to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahashim, YAHAWASHI, Bahashim, Rahadash. Double honors to the elders apostle GMS who rule well. Salute you brothers pushing this word. And truth is a serious strength, Pi Yahawah Shai. And shalom to you brothers and sisters born in trust spirit, Pi Yahawah Shai. Shalom to you too, right? We are here to prophesy the downfall of this wicked destructive kingdom, Babylon the Great, Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, Rome, all those ancient empires brought up in the one controlled by these so-called white man, the devil is about to be, right? We are here to elect the strength of Yahawah by the word of Yahawah, right? So, we are together elect, you know, consist of the Negro Latinos in America. Those are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites according to the King James Bible. So, you heard Vladimir Putin speaking, right? And, you know, sometimes we go and check and see what Vladimir Putin talking about. And they continually to talk about getting away from the dollar, man. Russia and China, man. They having that conversation, man. And Russia, Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, said, look, can't stop it. Okay? They'll continue, you know, on that course of getting away from the dollar. So I wanted y'all to hear that, right? Since too much information don't be coming out about what the Russians is saying and what they doing. You know what I'm saying? For you jakes out there who watch us, okay? And the reason why I didn't show y'all, you know what I'm saying, the actual video, because I don't want them to take it down, man. I don't want them to, you know what I'm saying, clip that site to where Vladimir Putin is speaking, to where I can't go on there no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's that. You heard the information, that's all you need to hear. And know that was Vladimir Putin, right? And I'm gonna let y'all hear some more of it, okay, concerning Vladimir Putin. Then we're gonna get into the scriptures, right? Let's see if I can get down there to it. Right, this one, right?
Vladimir Vladimirovich, Alexander Kristenko, Russian TV channel. This week, the United States introduced duties on a number of Chinese goods, chips, semiconductors, metal, solar panels, and most importantly, the United States raised the duty on Chinese electric cars, in my opinion, 4 times to 100%. Can this be considered sanctions against China? And does cooperation between Russia and China help to resist such actions? Well, of course, outwardly it looks like sanctions, but to a certain extent these are already elements of an economic war. This is not the first time they have been used. By the way, politics, the nature of relations.
Let me let all this noise go by, because it's coming.
By the way, politics, the nature of relations between Russia and China, the situation in Ukraine, I assure you, have nothing to do with this. These are simply elements of unfair competition. We made the MS-21 plane in certain components that we agreed on, which have nothing to do with military production. There were certain components that were supposed to be inserted into the wings. They simply refused us, that's all. They included it in the sanctions list. Moreover, on a list that is related to military production. But there was and still is nothing to do with military production. Yes, we lost time, and this production was delayed by about 6 months. But we made these components ourselves. The harnesses for the wings. We made it even better than American production in terms of quality and durability of their use. The same result will happen here. I have already spoken at a meeting with students about why they introduced such restrictions against the Chinese automobile industry, against electric vehicles. Because they have become better and cheaper than European and American ones. That's all. They simply kill competitors. In this case, the Chinese competitor. They don't allow them into their market. This is a prohibitive duty, and, of course, the same thing is happening in Europe. As soon as a country, as we often say, the center of world development, any center, rises, as soon as it becomes more competitive, they immediately lower it. They try to do it. Can Russian-Chinese cooperation somehow counter this? Yes, it can. But to prevent this from happening, they interfere with financial posting.
Oh, letting that motorcycle go by.
Because we could buy more. And since they create problems for us in remittances, we are limited in purchasing these products. Can anything be done about this? This is possible. We will develop joint productions. This takes time. Just like we made components for aircraft, we moved everything forward by 6 months. And it's the same here. We will do joint productions. This is the most erroneous and stupid way to build an international economic system. The most correct path is what they have been telling us all the time for decades, so to speak. Excuse the bad manners, that the market decides everything, but the market will push them back anyway. Do you understand what's going on? This is a problem they create for themselves. After all, what will this lead to? They imposed sanctions on various products. Where it leads, this will lead to inflation in the United States. Because they will try to produce it themselves, on their sites, for their wages to their workers, for their already expensive metal. Based on their expensive energy, there is already a result. The German economy in Europe is already operating at almost a loss. And the French...
Let this go by.
And the French economy is teetering on the brink of recession. And if the German economy starts to sneeze as it should, if it feels bad, then the entire European economy will follow suit and feel not very healthy. Well, to put it mildly, this is what decisions of this kind lead to. These are not market-based and absolutely stupid decisions that have no prospects. Vladimir Vladimirovich, Commerce and Newspaper.
Well, I wanted y'all to hear that, man. You know, concerning what Putin thought about the tariffs that Joe Biden put on China, right? Which tariffs, when you look it up, they deal with taxes. And Putin was saying that ain't gonna do nothing but cost. All right, man. What Vladimir Putin was saying, look, by y'all putting tariffs on China, which is taxes on China, that ain't gonna do nothing but cause inflation in America. You see? Now, give me what you got, Doc.
All right, this is this is Obadiah. This is verse 16, verse 6. It says, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?"
Yeah, it's all by the Spirit. Matter of fact, read that one more. Matter of fact, get to the different translation. All right? It's all by the Spirit and power, YAHAWASHI, man. You see, what they trying to do is censor information that's on that web. They cutting videos concerning bricks separating from the dollar. They cutting information to where the American public won't be up to date on concerning what the Russians are doing and what the Chinese are doing concerning the bricks. Okay? They cut information on that too. So, through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, the men of the Lord are bringing out information concerning what they're doing, you see? And that's how the things saw up concerning Esau Edom trying to hide certain information and things concerning that money, man. You know? And concerning the collapse, and concerning the collapse of his empire, which is his grip on the world stage concerning that money, man. You see? So I'm gonna let y'all hear this. For the people who ain't heard it, I'm gonna let y'all hear this. You know what I'm saying, concerning them tariffs of Joe Biden.
Sectors of the economy that are ensure that our workers are not held back by unfair trade practices. They include the thing I'm announcing today, 25% tariff on Chinese steel products, and we'll counter China's overcapacity in these industries. And we're making major investments in clean American steel and aluminum. Clean American steel and aluminum. It's a big deal. Clean because of the way we manufacture it here. It emits half as much carbon as steel made in China. Last month, my administration announced the largest investment in clean manufacturing in all of history, up to $1.5 billion in 6 clean steel projects across America, creating and supporting thousands of union jobs. Next, a 100% tariff on electric vehicles made in China. People say, wow. Because we're not going to let China flood our market, making it impossible for American auto manufacturers to compete fairly. We're also implementing a 25% tariff on electric vehicle batteries from China and a 25% tariff on critical minerals that make those batteries. Folks, look, I'm determined that the future of electric vehicles will be made in America by union workers, period. By following international trade laws to do it. American companies are investing tens of billions of dollars in electric vehicles and batteries. And thanks to my bipartisan infrastructure law, we're building a network of 500,000 charging stations all across America, creating thousands of IBW jobs across America. Electric charging stations. The way to do this is simple. Electric charging stations have to be as easy to find as a gas station. And that's what this will be. You're not going to have to worry about it taking off, and you're not going to be able to make it all across the country without having to figure something else out. Our partners around the world are making similar investments. They also want supply chain for electric vehicles that isn't dominated by unfair trade practices from China. America can continue to buy, Americans, I want to make it clear, notwithstanding what the other guy's saying, can buy any kind of car they want, whether it's gas, electric, or hybrid. But we're never going to allow China to unfairly control the market for these cars, period. Next, we're going to raise tariffs on Chinese solar panels from 25 to 50%. Here again, because the Chinese government is subsidizing excess capacity, they're flooding the market. They're driving manufacturing companies out of business in Europe. But we won't let that happen here in America. Putting a 50% tariff on semiconductors made in China. These are those tiny computer, all of you know this, but for the public, those little tiny computer chips, smaller than a fingertip, that power everyday lives. Everything from smartphones, to automobiles, to dishwashers, satellites. Look, America invented these chips, but over time we stopped making them. We invested overseas. Now, thanks to my Chips and Science Act, one of the most significant investments ever in science and technology, we're bringing this vital industry back home where it started, in the United States of America.
Nobody, man, he's funny, man. I just had to laugh, man, because he say they bringing them semiconductor chips back to America. Man, China and Russia, them, man, and the people in the East, man, they looking at America like, hey, y'all stupid. You see? But I just want y'all to hear some of that. So give me what you got. I just want y'all to hear some of what Joe Biden was saying, man. He out of his mind, man. And the government out of his mind, and the people that's in America out of their mind. Think they're gonna survive that, man. Just like Vladimir Putin was saying, he said the the economics on that will eventually push what Joe Biden saying out the way. So people gonna demand it because it's cheaper and it's more better, man. So they going Far East, man. They ain't studying what Joe Biden talking about, man. They just gonna increase the standard. It's gonna cost you more to survive in America. That's what it's gonna do. And then you got them electric stations. You got people going around in America to them electric stations, cutting the cables and getting the copper out of it. All that. Cutting the cables at them electric stations and pulling the copper up out of it. You got that going on. Man, this place is out of here. Go ahead, bro.
All right, this is the Bible Hub. You wanted me to get into different translations. This is the Bible Hub. This is Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 6, the New International Version. It says, but how Esau will be ransacked, his hidden treasures pillaged.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is the New Living Translation. It says, every nook of cranny of Edom will be searched and looted.
Man, he gonna lose everything. You see? And America, just like we go into that dollar, you know what I'm saying? America grip concerning that dollar got the stronghold on everybody, man. It got a grip on everybody. And now we're starting to, now these nations are starting to separate from America. Even even these Edomites in America, own brethren over there in Russia started to separate from them. But when it's all said and done, these Edomites are gonna lose everything, man. They're gonna lose it all, man. But these economic wars, which is part of World War III, which we already in it, right? It's part of World War III, which we already in it. It's happening right before your eyes, man. Esau, Edom gonna be emptied out, man. They ain't gonna have nothing, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, every treasure will be found and taken.
Every treasure found and taken. They ain't gonna have nothing, man. That's prophecy, man. Thus saith YAHAWASHI, our power, man. Go ahead.
This is the Amplified Bible. It says, how Esau, Edom, shall be ransacked by men who come to reverence with divine approval, how his hidden treasures shall be searched out.
He gonna lose everything, man. You see? He gonna lose everything, man. He gonna go back into poverty, man. Okay? According to prophecy, man. That's it on that? Alright. So, that's the beautiful part about it, man. We showing y'all concerning the downfall of Esau Edom, man. We showing y'all, man, all this hidden treasures of what they got going on in the world, man, concerning economics and all that, man. It's gonna fall apart and Esau Edom gonna lose his power seat, man. They ain't gonna be left with nothing, man. Them as a nation, even them Russians, man. Okay? They ain't gonna be left with nothing, man. But, like Vladimir Putin was saying, you know, that ain't doing nothing gonna put, that ain't gonna do nothing but cause inflation in America. And you can see the people in the background concerning what Joe Biden was saying, how they applaud and clapping and stuff like it's a good thing. They stupid. They don't know, man. They stupid.
So, what you said earlier, those are the same people that are on that branch of that tree.
Yeah. What he said, what Vladimir Putin said, look, that's stupid, man. You sitting on the branch on the tree and you cutting the branch. You know what I'm saying? When you talking about the money system, the economic system, he said, look, you cutting the branch out the tree, but you sitting on it. You stupid. You see? And Vladimir Putin, the Russians, man, they was forced to leave the dollar. And you can see the tariffs that America's putting on, the taxes that America's putting on China. What you think gonna happen? China gonna be forced to leave the dollar, man. They're gonna force them out of the system, man. And then everybody gonna be looking crazy and trying to figure out why is things so expensive. It's the government, man. They're forcing people away from the dollar, they're killing the dollar so they can go digital, man. You see, because that's what it's all about, man. Linking you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans to the digital system, man. Biometric, the whole nine, man. You see? All that. So give me what you got, bro.